Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something really powerful. What if manifestation isn't about wishing and hoping, but about knowing? We're going to break down a really clear framework that shows you how to connect that inner world of faith to the actual tangible results you see in your life.
I mean, you've been there, right? We all have. You set this big intention, you do the visualizations, you hope for the best, and then nothing. Crickets. So what is the missing piece of the puzzle? Well, the source material we're digging into today suggests it's not about trying harder. Nope, it's about shifting your entire state of being.
So, let's get into it. The source lays out this incredible three-part blueprint. I want you to think of it like a guide, a step-by-step for building the internal structure you need to create external change. And it all starts with the foundation, which is faith.
Okay, so here's the first, and honestly the most crucial part of this whole blueprint. We have to completely redefine what faith means. This is not about wishful thinking. It's all about building an inner foundation that is just completely unshakable.
And this right here is such a key distinction. Let's look at this. On one side, you've got hope. It's passive. It's uncertain. It's basically just wishing for something to happen. But faith? Oh, that's a whole different ballgame. It's active. It's certain. It's a state of knowing that what you want is already a done deal on some unseen level. It's a massive shift, right? From, gosh, I hope this happens to, I know this is done. So here's the definition we're working with, and it is so important. Faith is that inner knowing. It's this deep conviction that the reality you want, well, it already exists. It's out there in what this source calls the higher field, a field of pure potential. Your only job is to allow it, to let it take physical form.
Okay, so how in the world do you actually build this knowing? Well, the source gives us two really powerful practical things to do. First up is the decision point. This is that conscious moment where you just decide, you commit to your inner reality no matter what your outer world looks like. Second, and I love this one, is the evidence log. And listen, this is so important. You are not logging what's missing. No, you are actively hunting for and writing down every tiny sign of progress, every little piece of evidence that proves your new reality is on its way.
All right, so you've built that inner knowing. Now what? How do you actually get it from inside your head into the physical world? Well, according to this source, the number one tool you have is your word, your speech. That's the bridge. It's what gives structure to your intention. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Speech is the bridge from unseen to seen. Think about that. Your words are not just describing what is, they are creative acts. They are a vibrational command that literally starts to shape energy and matter. It's the bridge between that potential you feel inside and the result you want to see on the outside. So let's make this super practical. Look at the left side. That's fear talk. Ugh, I'll never be able to afford that. We've all said it. It just reinforces lack. But look at the right. That's a spoken decree. I am now living in a state of abundance. See the difference? It's not I will be or I hope to be. It's a declaration in the present tense. I am now. You're speaking from the finish line, from a place where it's already done. And the source has this great term for this, word hygiene. I love that. Just think about it for a second. You can do all this incredible inner work, build up all this faith, but then if you spend the rest of the day complaining or speaking words of doubt, you are literally undoing your own creative work. It's about keeping your verbal space clean, making sure it supports the vision you're building. Okay, this brings us to what is probably the biggest stumbling block for, well, pretty much everyone. This is our third and final piece. How do you hold on to this new reality when, your bank account or your job or whatever is telling you a completely different story? Yeah, this is the million-dollar question for sure. How do you stay grounded in your vision when the old reality is just staring you right in the face? And the goal here isn't to pretend it doesn't exist. That's not power, that's denial. The real key is to be able to look at the facts, but not give them the power to define what's ultimately true for you. And here's exactly how you do that. It's a super simple three-step method. First, you name it. You just acknowledge the facts without any judgment. Okay, that's the number in my bank account. Noted. No drama. Then, step two, you frame it. You recontextualize it. All right, this is just temporary data. This is the result of old thinking. And finally, step three, you claim it. This is where you affirm the higher truth. And yet, I know my true reality is abundance, and I claim that now. See? You acknowledge the fact, but you declare the truth. So let's pull all of this together. What we've just done is assemble a really powerful and practical toolkit.
And the best part is, these aren't just, abstract ideas. These are actual techniques you can start using, like today, to bridge that gap between what you can't see and what you can.
So here it is, your toolkit. You've got the decision point, that moment of commitment. You've got the evidence log for tracking your progress. You have your spoken decrees, the power of your word. You've got word hygiene to keep your verbal space clean. And you have the name, frame, and claim method for dealing with your current reality. Every single one of these tools builds on the last. It's a complete system.
Willie, the only thing left to do now is to put these tools to work. So I'll leave you with this question. Using this entire framework, faith as knowing and your word as the bridge, what is the very first thing you're going to speak into being, starting right now?